A gentle reminder for us on the path of growth. I want to talk about the quotes that many are called and few are chosen. Now, a lot of us may have heard these quotes that many are called but few are chosen. Now, the point I want to let us know right now is that the chosen few were not chosen by anybody external, they were chosen by themselves. What do I mean? Whenever you have a group of people, selected people or unselected people, when you have a group of people or a number of people doing a particular task, some of them are going to be lousy, some will be dedicated, some will play over the whole thing. It's just like in school. When you're in school, you find out there are some people that are in the same class, but gang they don't understand. Even if the teacher opens their head and put the book into not enter. Now there's another person in that class who the teacher teaches him, he goes back home, he revises his books, he reads his book, he studies his book, he burns the midnight candle to study so that he will understand what the teacher has taught him. During the exam will be easy for him. But the other one who refused to, who prefers to play around, he will play in school, he will play at home, he will play during holiday, he will play at the slightest opportunity. Even when at home, when you send him on an important errand, he will play to that errand and play back. Exam will be difficult for him. Now, there was no external person who said, you must be very intelligent and you must be, because everybody is intelligent. It's just like when you get to school, maybe in the university. You go to university, you want to play tough guy, James Bond or Vin Diesel. The next thing you join the cult and you're forming hard man. Sorry, King Kong. Yes, you're forming King Kong. You join the cult and you play frat games. When other people are going to classes, you are planning who you go and kill or who you go and beat, or the trouble that you go and cause, or the club you go to, or the party you go to, or the activity you get yourself involved in. Ah, it's fun. You'll catch your fun. But when you graduate, will you be able to defend the course you did in school? You will not be able. Why? Because you know nothing. It's like Konkum and barbed wire is in your head. It's not because you cannot read and understand, but because you did not devote the time. Because the one that read and understood everything is not different from you. He doesn't have five heads or three heads. He has the same single head. He has neurons in his head. He has eyes, and he has mouth to talk. He has ears to hear. So the chosen in life are not chosen by any external factor. The chosen are chosen by themselves. Those who decide to walk in the vineyard of their calling, because every human being has a calling. And sometimes, those of us who have not realized our calling, life pushes us into our calling. And we call it frustration. Life is frustrating me. But the truth is, life is pushing you to where you are supposed to function, because creation is not an accident. Creation was thought out, planned, and executed. So there is somewhere you're meant to function in. But when you ignore that area, nothing will work. Just like Jonah. Jonah in the Bible, fish, swallow, I mean, Jonah chop fish. Whatever, there was a swallow. Okay? So, many are called, but few are chosen. The question I want to ask you now is, are you going to choose yourself by your effort in the vineyard of your endeavors, in the vineyard of your career, in the vineyard of your dedication to excellence? Are you going to call yourself, or are you going to wait for whoever to call you? Nobody will call you. If you call yourself, you are chosen. If you choose yourself, you are chosen. But if you are called, like they say, many are called, few are chosen. Those who are born, if you are born, you have been called to function somewhere, and you're unique in that area. So, for those of us who may not have learned about their calling, if you've not understood your calling, if you've not understood who you are, what you're meant to do in life, I'd like you to take a stock of your life. What are those things you're very good in? What are the things that people tell you you're talented in? What are those things that you do with ease, you do with flow? Things that other people will go learn it and it's difficult for them, or they spend so much time and manpower to learn this thing, but for you, it just comes like it's so easy to you, or you have passion for it. Whenever you do it, you feel that joy within you, you feel fulfilled. What is that thing? That will give you a clue to where you're supposed to function. It may not be the exact area you should function in, but it gives you a clue. It guides you. So take stock of who you are. Then ask yourself that question. What aspect of human life that if you are given the opportunity, you create positive impact? Let's take for instance, are you irritated by injustice in the society? That if given the opportunity, you will correct all the injustice? Or where you're living, or where you society you are, is it very chaotic? Is it disordered? Is it dirty? Or the organizations you belong to, the social groups you are they very disorganized? And you, within you, you desire order so much that it burns in you. You want to change things overnight, but maybe you believe that you're not in a leadership position to change things, so you surge back. Set your soul, set yourself. You will find out where you are meant to function excellently or exceedingly fine. When you find out that area, the next thing for you to do is to begin to walk in the line of that thing. Start small. Sometimes you may have to do that. You just need to go online, do extensive research. You can start from there. Let's take, for instance, you are supposed to function as maybe a doctor, but right now you're an apprentice in a tailoring shop with no possible way of financing your education to become a doctor. That does not mean that you have failed. No. It only means that you can start somewhere. You can start by doing your extensive research on what medicine is. You have the internet at your disposal, you have a phone, or you have a mobile, sorry, you have a device that connects to the internet. You could go online, go to social media, or go to websites, Google or search for how doctors behave, or or how doctors should behave, or what makes someone a doctor. Read all of this and learn things like this. Read about doctors. You can Google about the best doctors in the world, the best doctors in the different fields of medicine. Read about them. Read their biographies, the ones you see online. Study them. It's a, it's a step on the path of your success, because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step, and each step you take takes you closer to your vision. So do the extensive research if that's where you have to start from. You may think life has thrown you to somewhere that it has purposely positioned you so you will not succeed. No, life has only taken you there to teach you some particular lessons that you need to learn, because life is the greatest teacher and she knows how best to teach each one of us. Some of us learn by the things we read, some of us learn by experience happening to us repeatedly till we bash our head and bash our head and bash our. If that's how you learn, life will take you through those bitter experiences until you learn the lesson, then you step up to the next stage. Okay? So discover who you are, discover what you're supposed to function in, and call yourself in that function. Because when you call yourself, you will be super successful. You have the capacity to be super successful. As long as you're a human being, you're created in the image of the Most High. And we're told that in the beginning was the Word was with God, and it's God, whatever God spoke, it came to pass. So also, whatever you speak in the line of your vision, you manifest. Because there is power in our words. There was this thing I saw a long time ago, I think about 10, 15 years now. There was this doctor whom he was an atheist. So at a point, I think he was while doing some extensive research and experimentation. He said he had discovered that there were cells in the brain that listen to what the mouth says and carries it out. So he now moved from this idea of creation being a chaotic happenstance into knowing that there is a system of order in creation. So it transformed him and it changed his perspective about life. Now, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because the words you speak has power. When you call yourself in your area of specialization, speak positive words to your life. Don't dabble into a lot of lousy things or use negative words, maybe about yourself or about other people. No. Use positive words. Use your words to boost your endeavors, your careers. Use your words to empower yourself, and you'll be ever successful. Because when you're choosing, you don't go back, you don't fail, you'll be super successful. I believe in you, okay? You want to talk about anything that has to do with your calling or how to discover your calling, drop your comments below and I'll come back to answer you. Cheers.